guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooked. And today I want to talk about some new makeup releases that I'm interested in. I kind of want to make this like a monthly series where we just talk about like products I'm excited about, new things I thought were noteworthy or caught my eye. Kind of like I did with the holiday launches, but this one's just gonna be kind of just random new stuff that comes out. And this is products kind of dating back to October because it took me so long to sit down and film this, but I'm gonna do them maybe like once a month and really like talk about things that I am particularly interested in. This isn't gonna be like every single new product on the market. It's just stuff that I like or think is worthy talking about. I don't know, just stuff that piques my interest. If you have a good like title suggestion for this series, let me know down below. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Makeup Fascination, new noteworthy products. I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and start looking at some of these new pretties on the market. I want to start with talking about the Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice collection, which I believe is going to be their holiday collection for this year. There's so much in this. Like, this is a huge launch. Like, it's a little bit of everything, and you can get the whole kit caboodle for $350. I'm real tempted to get the whole PR kit. Because it has everything and it looks so cool. Of course, I love Beetlejuice. What spooky girl doesn't love Beetlejuice? It's a classic. And I really think they did a good job with this. It doesn't feel cheesy or kitschy. It doesn't feel cheap at all. Like, it looks like it was very thoughtful, very well curated. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of work went into this. It doesn't feel like one of those little, you know, like Hot Topic and stuff do those like one-off, like, we're the Pooh palette, Nightmare Before Christmas palette, or like Makeup Revolution did, and it just feels so half-assed and like a label's just slapped on it. This feels like they actually cared and like just were truly inspired by the movie to create these products. The packaging, the shade names, the colors are very clever and just well thought out and unique. It is actually a very unique collection to me. There is two palettes in the collection. There is the Recently Deceased palette and the Waiting Room palette. The Recently Deceased one is one that has all the really cool greens and purples, very just classic Beetlejuice vibes. And then the Waiting Room palette is actually like all reds and kind of it looks like a little bit of maybe a purpley shade in there, but with a red base. These retail individually for $48. If I get anything from this collection, I think it's going to be the Waiting Room palette, because I've wanted Melt to put out like a palette with reds in it for a while, and I still have quite a bit of FOMO over not getting last year's holiday palette that had the red shades in it. So yeah, I do want that one palette for sure. I mean, I would love to have the whole collection, to be honest with you. I feel like I could have a lot of fun with both those palettes. Looking at them, I feel a little bit, you know, inspired. I feel like I could do like not just spooky looks or anything like that, but more like cyberpunk looks, which is what I'm really into, because there's some really cool like bright purples and bright greens in there that I think I could have some real fun with. Yeah, I think these are really fun, and I like the packaging. I like how they have like two vibes within the collection. There's the black, white, and red stuff, which is very, you know, prominent in the movie, and also the purple and green stuff. And I think they incorporated this all just really well. And the Waiting Room palette is super cute because it has was it Miss Argentina with the legs crossed? It has that like pressed into the eyeshadows. And in the Recently Deceased one, of course, it has Beetlejuice pressed into the eyeshadows. It's really cute. It's just so well done. The thing I'm like kind of like least excited about are the lip paints. They're like, you know, metallic, and I mean they're pretty colors, but I don't use metallic lipsticks that often. I would probably use these as eyeliner if I did get the whole collection, because they are pretty shades. I feel like I could really get creative with this whole collection. Okay, and there's the hand mirror, of course. They always do a little mirror. Around the edges of it is Lydia doing the dance that she does down the stairs. There's also the Lydia brush set. I love this brush set. I like the split of the black and white hairs. I think it's so cute. They look like really nice brushes. Gel liners, which I think are really cool looking. There's a really neat like concrete gray in here and that neon green. I think I could have a lot of fun with this whole collection. There's also 3 lipsticks that the imprint have the sandworm is super cute on, and I'm kind of in love with the green shade. I think that one's called Ghost with the Most. That looks really cool. It's like an olive green. It kind of looks like a lipstick that Beetlejuice would probably wear. I'm into it. Somebody tell me I don't need this collection because I feel like I really need it. It's like I feel like I just want to buy the whole thing. Like $350 is a lot, but this is also a lot of product. Nabla Cosmetics. I haven't tried anything from Nabla. I saw some swatches of their little Ruby Lights glitter palette. Oh my god, I fell in love. Those are the most beautiful glitters I've ever seen, and they're shades that I like. Don't think I've seen pressed glitters that looked so beautiful. It is Hollow Taco. This is Christine, Simply No Logical. I couldn't think of her name for a second there. This is her nail polish line. She has these multi-chrome bundle, or the multi-chrome shades. They look so freaking beautiful. I think she also has a holiday launch, just like frosty holographic duochromes, but I don't know, they're a little muted. They didn't excite me, but this collection really, I think, is stunning. You can get the whole set for $65, or you can get them for $14 a piece. There's one in particular that I was really interested in. It's the blue teal shift. I think it looks really, really cool. I love trichrome or like multi-chrome types of products, especially nail polishes. All the cyberpunk vibes, really. Like, I think I'm just hyped because the game's coming out. But I feel like I could use these nail polishes. And I think $14 is a fair price, and I wouldn't mind trying out some more things from her range because I do trust her opinion with nail products. I mean, the girl knows her nail polish. Next we have Huda Beauty. First thing I'm going to talk about is the Naughty palette. I keep going back and forth on this palette, like whether I want it or not. I keep thinking, okay, it's almost $70 for one thing, and I don't feel like you're going to get a lot of variation with it. I've watched a few people using it and a couple of reviews here and there, and yeah, I don't see the variation in the palette to really make it worth the splurge. I think there's some really cool complex shades in there, like the swirly ones. One of them has like this beautiful duochrome to it. I think that was the one shade that I was like excited about, and I like the way the pans look with the swirl in it, even though you're gonna swatch it and it's gonna look messy. I know that they're gonna perform well. The shimmers are really pretty, but I just don't feel like you're gonna get a lot of variation from this palette, especially at that price point. I don't want repetitive looks. And then we got the coronavirus shade in the corner. Does that little bubbly shade not look like B-roll of the coronavirus under the microscope? Like, is that just, am I the only one seeing that? Because, oh, that's the first thing I thought, was like, why? I know palettes go in production, you know, pretty early on, but we could have swapped that out for something else. just put a plain shade in there. Oh my god, just give it like, the product itself, I don't see much use in, because it's basically a petroleum jelly type product to make a glossy eye look, which is not, it's not functional. If you're going to do a glossy eye or a glossy eye look, odds are you probably already have a product made for that, and you're only doing it for editorial looks on Instagram or something, you know, or, you know, photo shoots. It's not something you're going to wear every day, because it's going to go everywhere and make a huge mess, especially if you have hooded lids like I do. I know that little balmy shade or whatever it is, it's gonna be to my eyebrows a gross stickiness, and I don't want that. So that really turns me off with the palette. I just feel like it looks way better in pictures too, as far as it having some color, but then when you see swatches of it, it's just like clear. It's like a little bit of sheen in there. Like, I get the idea behind it. It's something different. It's definitely something I think that's to catch your eye and get you talking about the palette, but I don't know if it's really making us talk about it in the best way, because my first thought was that looks like COVID. And then I've heard, like, seen a lot of people on, you know, Instagram stories and stuff saying it looks like an infection or something like that. I don't know if that's the attention you want on an eyeshadow palette, but that's just me. However, it is pretty, and I was like super close to buying this one, but then I was like, you know, it's very repetitive, and it's, you know, burgundies and berries, which I have in abundance in my collection, and I don't know, it's just not really something I'm interested in right anymore. You know, admittedly, it is beautiful. The Haze Obsession, so these are $29 a piece. The purple one is gorgeous. I think it's super cute. I just don't see myself reaching for it very often, but I do really like the khaki haze one. I feel like that's a nice little everyday palette. You can also get some pretty glam looks from it. I really see, like, it makes me think of camo looking at it. And I like the colors. I like that weird murky, they're kind of ugly pretty shades. I like the murkiness of it and the swampy look it has. I dig it. And I think the little lavender in there is a cute little pop, and you know, and then you got the peachy tones and some goldy shades and a nice warm brown. It's pretty, and I would not mind having that one. Also, I think the sand one is actually quite pretty. I like the shades or tones of the purples in it. They're a little less vibrant, a little more muted, murky as well, but in a lighter, I guess, sandy way. I think that's really pretty. I like the vibe of this collection, the haze. I think the palettes are really pretty. And I mean, the purple one is actually really pretty, but I just don't see myself reaching for it that much. Spectrum Collections, I believe is what they're called, Spectrum. They have this Pantherine collection, and they have some really pretty brushes in the line. They have, you know, like a little makeup case. There's a little palette. The palette is just boring warm tones. Nothing special there at all to me. What caught my eye about this collection is the brush holder or vanity organizers. They are these beautiful, like tortoiseshell acrylic. I just think they're really, really pretty. They're acrylic organizers that I would want out on my vanity. As I look at them, I was like, dang, those are really cool. I'm not a fan of the clear acrylic organizers out and about, just because I feel like it's distracting because you can see all the products in it, which I know is also like the perk of it. I prefer having things put away and out of sight. That's just me. But these are actually really pretty, and I think they would look so nice on, you know, a background or in a bathroom, or, you know, your vanity top. I don't know. They're elegantly minimal, and I kind of love it. Scooting over to the drugstore, e.l.f. has some new Putty Blushes. I'm actually kind of interested in them. I have picked out a shade, but I don't know what the shade name is. It's just a nice kind of terracotta color, where the kind of color I always go for. And I haven't tried a cream blush in I don't know how long. So yeah, I'm interested to try that. I think they look really pretty. They look nice. It's a putty formula. I feel like they would play well over powdered base as well. Also from e.l.f. is the Ride or Die Lip Balm in PSL. I picked this and added it to the list because I was really interested in it. Because, ooh, pumpkin flavored, and they have a little pumpkin tint. And I have 3 of the Ride or Dies I picked up a couple weeks ago and fell in love with them. They are like on par with the Agave lip balm from Bite. These are great, and the ones I have a pretty little tint to them, and this one has like a little orange tint. I thought it was really pretty, but there's another lip balm I'm more interested in, and since I already have the 3 of these already, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that one. But I just want to mention it because I thought it was really cute. Also from e.l.f. there is the Flawless Brightening Concealer, which I'm assuming to be quite a sheer touche éclat type of product. Maybe like was it the Lumi highlighter that L'Oreal had? Lumi Concealer, whatever it was. The one with the click up. I think it's probably going to be something along those lines. Yeah, this is $5. It has a very limited shade range, which is also making me think it's going to be more of a sheer product, because looking at e.l.f.'s shade range for their other, you know, the camo concealers, it's amazing. It's huge. They actually make shades that are too light for me. What? So this I'm definitely thinking is going to be quite a sheer product, but I'm still interested to try it and review it. Looks like it has a click up kind of mechanism on it. Pretty interested in that, but I'm a little confused by the shade range. So I feel like they would have more shades. I don't know. But this is a brightening concealer. I think it has hyaluronic acid in it. L'Oreal came out with something quite similar to that. This right here, this is the L'Oreal True Match. What did they call this? I'm trying to read the French side of it. Girl, you know you can't read French that well. Eye cream and a concealer, which I think they're kind of coming for It Cosmetics brand with this, but I think it's gonna be something like this, and this is quite a sheer product. I'm gonna be doing a review on that coming up in a few days. I just really want to test it out a little more and gather my thoughts on it, because I had a lot of thoughts. e.l.f. concealer, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be in a similar vein as that. And you know what? I don't feel like e.l.f. needed to come out with another concealer. What I feel like they needed to launch is maybe a new foundation. When's the last time they put out a new foundation? Think about that. I think it was the Beautifully Bare foundation, and that came out like 4+ years ago. I remember you reviewing that on my blog probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and that was a lovely product. Don't get me wrong, that was a nice foundation. Again, limited shade range on it. And they also have like their Flawless Face foundation, whatever. That one is super nice. I don't like the smell of it, but it is a super nice one. I think they did expand the shade range with it. But what I would really like to see from e.l.f. is them make something in a foundation that's akin to the Hydrating Camo Concealer. You know, a lighter coverage version of that that would work as a foundation but still have that radiance and like finish of the Hydrating Camo Concealer, because I love that. That is one of the best concealers on the market in my opinion. So I would love to see e.l.f. kind of go and, you know, have a maybe an accompanying foundation line around their camo products, the camo concealer products. You know, they could do a matte one to go with the matte foundation, or the matte concealer and the hydrating one. I would really just love to see a hydrating like foundation from them like that, with that extensive shade range as well. Milani does have some holiday like bundles out, but they didn't really look that interesting to me. But they do have a fruity fresh lip balm and pumpkin spice. And I know I was just talking about the e.l.f. one. This is why I'm going to pass on the e.l.f. one, because I want to try this one and I want to try their formula of lip balm. This one looks like more of a deeper rusty pumpkin orange shade. Oh, my dog, what? My dog's name is Pumpkin, so I was talking about her. But yeah, I think the shade, this one's a little bit more muted, toned down, orangey, and it looks really pretty. It's only a couple dollars more, so I'd be interested to try that. And they also have cream blushes, and I think I want a Nude Kiss or something was the shade I picked that I want to try out. So I just haven't gone anywhere to look for it. And actually, well, no, I was at Target. They just didn't have them at my Target. But yeah, I would like to try their cream blush and see how it is. Maybe compare it to the e.l.f. one would be fun. They also have 2 exclusive new baked blushes I think are exclusive to Walmart and the Milani website. And one is this beautiful like pumpkin orange, and the other one is this deep rusty warm terracotta. And I think they are both stunning. They just look beautiful. And I think with a light hand I could probably pull them off, and I'm willing to try to because I like these types of colors. These are kind of blushes I gravitate toward. I really like it. And the baked blush formula is just so amazing. It's one of my favorite blush formulas, I think, on the market, next to the Hourglass blushes. These are about as close as you can get to Hourglass at any price point. They're pretty dang comparable. Kaleidos. They have a new highlighter called the Space Age Prophecy Highlighter for $27. Whew. It's gorgeous. It's like a multi-chrome highlighter, and geez, it's so pretty. It has like a green to gold to peach flip in there with a more sheer kind of base. Oh man, it's pretty. I would actually love to have that. All of their highlighters look so stunning. Well, basically everything from Kaleidos to me is absolutely stunning, and I don't know why I haven't just bought everything from that brand, because I like everything I've seen, down to, you know, the packaging, the shades, everything. I love their whole style. They have that kind of retro futurism vaporwave thing going on, which it's one of my favorite styles. Like basically, if something's described as vaporwave, I'm gonna like it. I go from I like anything that's like cyberpunk, vaporwave, retro futurism, kind of 80s nostalgia look. I like how it's in the cute little tin too. I just think their packaging is very thoughtful and a little bit different. And yeah, I kind of want that. I want all the highlighters, to be honest with you. All of them. I don't even care if they don't work on my skin tone or whatever. I just want them. I think we're on the last little category here, which is ColourPop. ColourPop has launched a lot of stuff. Obviously, they always launch a lot of stuff. I've done some videos using the Dark Bloom stuff already, so you know I was interested in that one because I did pick up some of the products from it. But I'm waiting for the That's Taupe palette to come back in stock because I think it looks so pretty. And it's just a little more pared down, just nice. Like they have the Stone Cold Fox one, which when I first saw it, I was like, ooh. But then like the more I looked at it, I was like, hey, it just feels like overkill. A lot of shades, and to me, it's kind of, it looks like the Naked 2 exploded, like it's just a massive version of it. So I don't know, I'm like, I don't need that one. But this little curated, nice $14 eyeshadow palette with the taupey shades and the silvery tones is right up my alley. I like the snake print too on it, or the snake skin vibe. Yeah, I like everything about that little palette. I think it's really pretty, and I saw some swatches of it. They were gorgeous, and compared, like they almost were dead on to the Natasha Denona Glam palette, the newest one that's the cool tone. Like they were almost dead on to that. So like if I can get that kind of vibe for $14, I think I'm gonna get the $14 palette. And yeah, of course, there's the Stone Fox one, which is $34. It feels like a lot of shades, and it looks a little bit repetitive to me. I'm just not that into it. I'm not into these gigantic palettes anymore, I guess. I don't know. The Child palette is the only reason I want to talk about it is because it's so dang cute. And you know, I love green eyeshadows. These greens don't really excite me that much. It's pretty though. And maybe if I was making an order and it was in stock, I would pick it up. But there's not anything about them. I'm just like, oh yeah, I must have it. I just think the little baby Yoda on the front is so freaking cute. It is the most precious palette I've ever seen, and I just want to like hug it. Lastly, from ColourPop, Miss Raw Beauty Christie's collection. The Et Forced Sight palette is freaking stunning. It gives me all the subculture vibes. The artwork on it, oh, it is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the shades she incorporated. Of course, it's got the olive, it's got some dark, deep teals. It's just very deep and moody and rich and just, oof, I love it. And it's $20 is all. And if it comes back in stock soon, I will like to get my hands on it because it's got all the kind of shades I love in there. But what really excites me about her collection are actually the eyeliners. I love these liner shades, and you can also get in a bundle with the eyeshadow palette, which is what I would like to get whenever it gets back in stock. You can get the bundle for $41, which I think is a pretty good deal. You're getting 3 eyeliners, which are normally $7 a piece, plus the palette, which is $20. So I think you're getting a free eyeliner in there. I don't know. I don't do math. And I love the ColourPop eyeliners. They're actually fantastic. And only $7. You can't beat ColourPop's quality. Especially that price point. You just can't. Oh, we got one more thing. Speaking of YouTuber collabs, the It's Freaking Bats Beauty Bean and Shroud Cosmetics palette. I think this one is so cute. I love the shades in it. I love the spooky vibes of it, obviously, because I like all the nods to the spooky side of pop culture in the palette. The colors are really pretty, really fun. Again, this is a palette that I look at and I think I can have some fun with. It's super cute, and it's only $35, which I don't think it's a terrible price at all. And I haven't tried anything from Shroud, so I'd like to give them a try. If there's any indie brands that you think I would like, let me know down below, because I find the indie brand market to be incredibly overwhelming. I don't know where to even begin. From what I've seen of Shroud, and I've watched her Betty Jean's videos using the palette, yeah. So yeah, that is some of the new makeup launches that have caught my eye in the last couple of months. I know, not like a whole lot, and I talk myself out of makeup a lot of times because like, you don't need it. You just don't need it. Anyways, that's all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me, and let me know down below if you are interested in any of these products, or if you already have them, how you feel about them. Let me know down below and we'll have a nice little conversation about it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.